Hello, boys and girls. Mrs. Hales here with day 2 of our winter cardinal picture. One of the things that makes this picture look so great is the really beautiful contrast between your blue background or your turquoise background, whichever color you decide to use, and the red bird. And so there's very few colors in this picture. There's blue, red, brown, and a little bit of black outline. If you don't want to add the green evergreens and those little branches, you don't have to add those to your picture. So then you would only have 3 colors really. You'd have mainly just red, blue or turquoise, and brown. So I think the simplicity of this painting is what makes it stand out and look so great. Today we are adding color, so let's get started. If you want to draw some evergreen branches, you just draw a series of V's that get smaller as they go out towards the tip and are bigger as they're in towards the branch. So it's almost like a large V and then with a smaller V set inside of that and a smaller V and a smaller V, and you just keep on getting smaller as you go out the evergreen branch. You can leave those black line, or you could color them green with crayon, or you could paint them green. It's up to you. Or you don't have to use them at all in your picture. I painted my red bird first. I don't think it really matters what you paint first. Just remember, whatever colors you're going to use, you want to get them wet with clear water first from your brush, and let that water kind of sit on that paint cake for a few minutes before you use it. I'm dipping my paintbrush into the red paint a lot because I really want my color to go on really thick, and I call it thick, juicy color, but really very saturated hue is what it's called in technical art terms. But for our purposes, it's thick, juicy, really deep red color. So you can even go over, you could put on one really nice thick coat, or if you want to do 2 layers of red, you could do that. Don't forget to paint your beak and your feet yellow. And here I am putting on another coat of red in certain areas where I felt like my paint was too light. Now, I have a bunch of different watercolor palettes at my house, so I'm going to make more of a turquoise background. I don't know what kind of blue you have in your watercolor palette, but you can use that blue. You could mix blue with green. You could mix blue with yellow. Any shade of blue that you want to paint your background would be great, and that would kind of symbolize a cool winter day. So I'm going to paint in between all my branches and all around my bird to get my background painted. Where these evergreen branches are, you can see me painting triangles around them. I want to leave them white so that I can paint them, the evergreens, green later. I'm just going to be careful not to paint over my branches or my red bird. Crayons do have wax in them, so they should resist or push away the paint a little bit if you do make a mistake and go over a branch. It's not the end of the world. It'll be okay. Now I'm going to come over and paint my green evergreen branches, and they bled into the background a little bit because my blue paint was still wet. I'm totally fine with that. They are kind of pokey and splotchy anyway, so I'm going to blot up some of that with my tissue because I don't want it to be too drippy and bleedy. I want it to be more subtle than that, so I'm going to blot some of that up with a tissue. But you're welcome to color them with crayon or however you want to paint them. It's up to you. Boys and girls, that's all I've got for you today. We will start a new project next time I see you. Today we used color and we used texture a little bit, especially if you added some green paint to your evergreen branches and made it kind of splotchy and bleedy like mine. And those are the art elements that we added to what we used last time, which was line, shape, and space. All right, I will see you next time.